Hey everybody, Born to Run Coach Eric Orton here, coming at you with a question from Ryan from our last Born to Run Reboot live stream. So here's Ryan's question concerning running form. It seems really hard to do when running slow. When I watch videos of you do it or even read about it, things like driving the knee forward while running at 180 beats per minute cadence seems really hard when I'm running easily. Right now I run at a 12-minute mile pace. Am I going too slow to have good form? This is a super good question and a very important question, because the harder it is for us to run well easily or slowly, the more inefficient we are. So keep in mind, learning to run slow efficiently or easy and efficiently, or what we consider maybe the endurance effort that we're doing most of the time, that's a skill. Just like it is to learn to do other things, learning to run well easily is a skill that we need to practice and train for. So the first thing Ryan can do is to do what I call sticky hops. And this is going to train leg stiffness. It goes just like this.
1, 2, 3, 4. I was born to run too.
All right, what's the two things that lead to health and performance for runners? One, it's cadence, how often and how frequently we strike the ground. And two, our leg stiffness, how quickly can we get off the ground? Okay, there's springs there. There's springs in our legs, rubber bands in our legs. What happens to that rubber band in the drawer that never gets used? It gets crusty, it dries out, and it snaps and breaks when you go to stretch it. Versus a rubber band that's used often remains elastic and healthy. That's what we want as runners with our legs and the rubber bands in our legs and the springs in our legs. Let's go sticky hop. Sticky hops, another simple but very potent and challenging skill. We're simply hopping on one foot with a slight pause in between each hop. So we land and stick it, land and stick it, land and stick it. We want to be as controlled as possible, not jumping too far so you're always off balance. And the stick is just long enough to know you've got control and stability. This is where we really want to be patient and not hurry these. It's about performing them. Land and stick. And notice when I stick or land, my leg is very stiff. There's no movement with my leg. I'm landing and sticking it, trying to be as stiff as possible. We want to avoid a big lunging, squatting type of motion here. You can see how inefficient that is and how much more ground contact time I have. We want to create less ground contact time and more control, so those rubber bands become nice and snappy. Those springs work to our advantage, increasing our cadence and decreasing our run contact time. And then the second thing he can do is something he can do right after he does the sticky hops. Maybe he does the sticky hops and then he goes for a run, and during that run, he's practicing doing 8, 10, 15-second sprints to help train the legs to get off the ground quicker, reducing ground contact time. That's going to help with cadence. And then the third thing Ryan can do is going to help bring everything together.
Coach Eric Orton has a #1 all-around top exercise, and that's running over logs. When you run over logs, you practice everything at once. You get cadence, you get foot strike, you get knee drive. But remember, this isn't about speed. It's about smoothness and a natural feel. So the problem is, what if you don't have logs? You got one thing, you got shoes. Line your shoes up in a ladder, form a line, and off you go.
This is just a wonderful drill to feel what good run form feels like. It's just settling into a natural speed that allows you to land in between each log. Just relax, let the logs come to you, and settling into just a speed that feels natural to you based on the distance. And just let the drill do its job. So Ryan, try this out. And again, See it as a practice. See it as something that you get better and better at. And through time, you'll see the ability to go longer and longer with better form and better cadence. Hope that helps. Thanks for the great question and the important question. So see you guys next time, and over and out from Born to Run World.